Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's Real Late, Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and I'm excited today because I ran into this guy, as I have on many other occasions. I mean, many other occasions over the years, outside a hip-hop event. And he was like, yo, I got a new album out. And I was like, man, you need to come up to the radio station because this guy's put in work. He's one of the true street New York rappers of the last decade. My man Sav Killz in the building.
Yes. Salute world, salute Hot 97. It's an honor, man. Like this is I can scratch this off the bucket list. You know what I mean? Word up. So.
Nah, I'm glad, man. And you brought DJ J-Ronin, of course.
Yes, sir.
What's good, brother?
Word up.
And
Shalom.
You're Jew,
I am.
J-Ronin? I knew that. And Frank Knight.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Pleasure to meet you. Heard some good things, man.
It's a pleasure, my G. Thank you.
J-Ronin, another good man who I've known for a very, very long time. And Sav, where are you from originally?
Flatbush, Brooklyn, via Bed-Stuy. You know what I'm saying? Spent a lot of time, born and raised Flatbush, you know, and spent a lot of time in Bed-Stuy as well. So, but I'm back in the 90s right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm back in Flatbush. So yeah, you know.
And how long you been grinding in the hip hop thing?
I would say me and Ronin basically came in together, but I was around for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole Wu-Tang family, I was around them for a minute, you know what I mean? Papa Wu and all of them. And you know what I mean? Just basically for me it started on the block, then it graduated from the block to networking and being around the guards and whatnot, you know what I mean? So that whole foundation and you know that era, that 97, but I started rapping back then. But I didn't really put out as a kid.
Right.
I didn't put out nothing until like 06. So I would say the school of MCs I came in with was like more of a Papoose, Saigon, Joel Ortiz, Sky Zoo, Rusty Jukes. That little class of MCs I came in around that time.
Mid 05, 06
yeah,
era.
05, 06. Yeah. Torre, he was just up here.
Yeah, of course.
We all came in together, so it's like we all came in at that same time, you know what I mean?
And you've just steady been grinding.
Yeah.
And I always see you out. You're always networking. You're always selling music.
Yeah.
Is hip hop, has it been what you've done full time since then?
I mean, pretty much. I would say basically since like 210, you know what I'm saying? Like I really been going full steam ahead. Me and Ronin put out the first project, which was a little street album demo type of thing, like in 06, 05, 06, which was Determination Through Time, and we kind of ran around with that, you know what I mean? And it was successful for me, and people was checking for me, started to check then. So, you know, I made my way through the underground, you know what I'm saying? And it was a steady gradual climb.
A lot of CDs, man.
I probably sold 50.
What do you think, J-Ronin? You're involved in the business side of things. So
Right.
how much does this guy move on the street?
He moves hundreds every month. So I
50
mean,
to 60,000. You know what I mean?
over the years, since 06.
At least 50 to 60,000.
And that's including, you know, what Fat Beats helped us move, and underground hip hop, and you know, other spots like that.
Us, yeah.
That's one of the things I really appreciate about you, though, and why I wanted to have you up here is because you're a real MC, you're a real humble dude.
Right.
I think I told you, J-Ronin, I think I told you before, like, you got, this is very hard to explain, but I'm gonna keep it just a buck.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are a lot of people who are street artists, hustling, not trying to make radio records, just trying to do the thing. No one's trying to become a billionaire. Everyone's just trying to make music.
Right.
They even make good music. Most of them guys on the street don't even make good music.
Right,
Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
He's legitimate.
Right. And but there are talented people who put together music, and then more than anything, though, they just, you know, in my situation, they end up just being on me all the time, and they see me as like this unrealistic, in my opinion, vehicle to fame and fortune, which is, I wish was the case.
I heard you say to somebody, you got to put in that work, and you got to put in that work. You can't, nobody owes you nothing.
And
nobody
not only that,
owes you anything.
And if you think that's the case, it's just not. I wish I had the push the button Illuminati. It's on, but like you can point to, for all the people you can point to that I've had success supporting, I've got at least that many, probably more, who I supported, and some of them still rap, some of them don't anymore. You know what I'm saying? But they made great music at the time. That was that. And I say this all to say that you never. expected anything from me.
Yeah.
It's always just like, here's my CD.
Yeah,
I hope you're
that's
good.
it.
What's good?
That's it.
Ronin sends me an email with the cleans.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not like, you my man, what's good?
I mean, would I like to have a better relationship with you and work with you? Sure.
Yeah,
You know
Well,
what I
of
mean?
course, don't we all?
I mean,
well, I mean,
well, I mean, some people, hey, I be defending you too, bro, on the low.
I know,
you
I know. Of course, there's always
A lot of anti-Semitic nonsense out there.
So
It's
that's
crazy.
That's the thing. I'm always gonna get. There are
Right.
always gonna be people I don't mess with.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just coincidence. Like I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with artists recently, and he was basically telling me like, man, all my people like, you know, don't like you because basically like because I didn't put you on. I'm like, so I have to
come on.
put on everyone.
No.
He deals with that all the time from his
Bro,
mixtapes.
and I'm in the hood.
know what I mean?
Like, you know how many
Yeah.
people want to get on a mixtape still? I don't even do mixtapes like that anymore.
So-
and they're
game
just
is-
on you.
Yeah.
And if you don't
Daily.
put them on, they're
Yeah.
on you.
And I gotta take a
I get-
L for him because there might be people that he don't want to mess with. They don't mess with me
Right.
because they mess with him. You know what I mean? Because that's my partner.
It's,
So
I can
you
only
know what I
imagine
mean?
what you go through.
Nah, man, I'm
It's-
with you guys. Now, how did you guys get to become fam?
We met through RZA's younger brother, Ninth Prince, Killer Army, that whole Wu-Tang
Yeah.
family. We was both roaming in the same circles and whatnot.
Right.
That whole Wu-Tang fam.
It's
and
like our older cousins right there.
he was
kinda.
doing, he was
Wu-Tang
doing
thing.
stuff with the guards or whatever, and we just happened to meet, and it just happened to connect like that. I mean, it was destiny, you know what I'm saying? So he was right on the brink of getting into the mixtape game, and he was like filming stuff for Wu and stuff like that, and that's kind of how we met. You know what I mean?
The Immovable Kings EP,
Yes,
Sav Killz,
Yes.
is out. It's out right now. And you have 8 joints on here, but then you threw on bonus joints.
Yep.
Including there's music by this man who's sitting next to you right now. Is that correct, Frank Knight?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Where can people buy this?
Get it on iTunes. Get it on Amazon. Y'all can hit me in the streets for it physically. Also, of course,
Get on
and,
social media.
Social media, hit me. You know what I mean? At Sav Killz, SAVKILLZ. Probably gonna do some in stores or whatever. Maybe at other music
yeah,
and
we'll
stuff
talk
like
with them.
that. Or I might do like a little special meet and greet in Union Square or something. I don't know. All my peoples. We gonna get it together. But
Hit me up because I'm
Yeah.
mailing the CDs most likely.
Oh, really? You
So,
sending
yeah.
CDs out?
Yeah.
I'm mailing them out.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
mailing them
real.
out
Yo,
down
this is-
south,
yeah,
West
this is real
Coast.
indie.
This is real indie. I
Real
love
But
it.
indie.
salute the PR Dean because the distribution is coming from Fork and Spoon digitally
Through
and,
Empire,
through
right.
Empire. You know what I mean? Through
Now,
Empire
real quick,
distribution.
PR Dean,
Yeah.
another man
Yeah,
out here
he
in the
grinds.
game. Who
Yeah.
grinds. No,
Word.
no, and who
How many emails
grinds.
you get from him every week?
Yes, sir.
No, but that's what I was about to say. I've known that dude for years.
Yeah.
PR Dean ain't never annoyed me one
Word.
time. It's like, yo, here's the music support.
Word.
I've supported
Yeah.
some joints I did. It's like, and it's just always been the bottom line is real, recognize real.
Yeah.
If you're someone out there who's
Definitely.
working hard, you appreciate and understand the way the game works. And for everyone who always hits us up, and
Yeah.
I hear from so many people who complain about New York hip hop.
Yeah.
We have these guys here right now.
Yeah.
The Sav Killz record, this thing's out right now.
Yes.
Immovable Kings. Y'all are complaining about New York hip hop. It's not here.
It's here.
It's
It's
right,
here.
right
It's
here.
here.
Can I say one thing about what you were saying?
Sure, of course.
I feel it's not in us to be dick riders. I
Yeah.
mean, we got cosigns from tons of people from the Wu-Tang, boot camps, MOP. They're all over Sav's album that's coming next. DJ Premier, Marley Marr, like all the legendary DJs rock with us and have played our joints consistently. But like, it's just not in us to like swing from their nutsack like other people do.
and try to get that.
Yeah.
It's like, but they respect that we have our own movement.
Yeah.
And we set up our own shows. We do our own spot dates out of town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're doing
They
our own
respect the
thing. We're not
movement.
trying to
Yeah.
ride a
I
wave.
just respect it. It's just very refreshing because a lot of people don't know how to do it and they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Y'all have figured out how to make the music that's true to your heart, even if it's not what's currently fashionable on mainstream radio.
Yep.
You continue to make it and do well with it and live off of it and hustle. And you did
Yeah.
the research on how you book shows, on how
Exactly.
you send out product and handle your taxes, everything you have to do.
Everything.
And I really appreciate that. Sav, tell us a little bit about young Frank Knight over here.
Well, Frank, you know what I mean? He been coming up, you know what I'm saying? He been putting in his groundwork, you know what I mean? Performing all over the city like a madman, you know what I mean? And like he started through us, you know what I mean? Like Ronin was on what Swift from
we met via That's Hip Hop.
Yeah.
I had a show
Yeah.
on there, and he was in the chat room because at
Yeah.
Stream Video Live. We linked up, we recorded.
Word.
You know, we mentored him together, and he was Sav's hype man originally.
Yeah.
You know, did like Rocksteady with us, stuff like that.
Yeah. Word.
And this guy's nice with the bars.
Yeah.
He came into his own.
Yeah. You know. So
Frank, where you from originally?
Brooklyn, Coney Island.
Coney Island,
Then,
Brooklyn.
Like, stomping grounds is basically like Canarsie, Flatbush.
Now, you're on this Immovable Kings, but I feel like, and it feels like you're the kind of guy who should. Oh, I mean, Sav, I don't even have to ask a question.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should spit some bars. It feels like that.
That's what we're here for.
I mean, that's kind of what. I mean, I feel like that's probably knowing you already early on. It feels like that's the kind of thing that you would do.
All right, no doubt.
You guys comfortable with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with,
let's
hey,
get
just
it.
let me know. It's got to be clean.
Do your best.
Yeah. Frank Knight.
Real late Hot 97. Brooklyn's in the house.
Yeah. Check it. It's hard to understand it why these world missiles blamming all throughout the planet, hitting villages with famine. My mans couldn't picture it, and these days Grammy. Cause where we live in damn it seeming so damn damaged. From Styrac to Chirac, I tell them don't touch the streets. Get contact from non-gats, only just deaf and beefs. They clapped that man, sat his life down, gave him a heaven seat, raped him. His scream sounded like Prince during pregnancy. And sadly, daily youngins getting placed in the dirt by proactive matters, clearing them off the face of the earth. That's why it's hunger and a hustle, can't wait for the work. No 9 to 5 is free up time, what's the wait on the work? Hurry, I gotta move, they play the shade-hate game. Some hope we headed to fade like the 88 came. But we know this pain, taught this pain, overcame, raw as cane, no half-step hustle. I'll put that on this cane.
Yeah.
Give me that night.
Yeah. Give me that Triumph beat.
You want Triumph back? I
Yeah.
knew you wanted Triumph. I heard that. You were like, oh,
Sav Killz Triumph.
Sav Killz, Real Late Hot 97.
Yeah.
Yo. One time. Yo. Yo. Barbaric with bars. Yeah. Yo. Waiting for that drop. Yeah.
Immovable Kings EP out now.
Barbaric with bars, numeric stamp of 7 on Mars. This that dope, this that ish, this the heroin guard. Raise the level when I'm charging, get the level in y'all's. Incredible nod, y'all fraud. I'm a master for rod. Running with these masterful czars, embattled and scarred, get gaffled and barred. Yo, gargantuan, dismantling, like a hurry trampling. Them seeds get the scrambling, testing us, you gambling. Murder us with mics, get the spitting, start hammering. Mic-less or lifeless, to a steady clamoring. Flip ferocious back, give no life to the hopeless. Whack them seeds, young thugging it, sounding atrocious. Clowning you culprits, my nigga, get the clowning you bogus. Astounding you bogus, Whack them seeds, yo, y'all better know this. Sav Killz, yo, I'm here, you better hold this. Immovable King, yo,
Yeah, keep going, Sav Killz. Keep going, man.
Keep
I'm
going,
here
bro.
right
Keep
now.
going.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yo.
Keep going.
Let me see.
Keep flowing,
Yo,
Sav.
yo.
Keep flowing.
I'm an Einstein, a genius, 4 mic fiendish, and stand in the B-boy stands holding my Lord of all worlds, not planets, Mars to Venus, and still got a chip on my shoulder, bars the meanest. No dumb or simple Tim, no mortal can resemble him. Put him in the topic, a great MC, you can mention him. Any MC from minor major, I'm rinsing them. No time for the bullshit. Watch the pendulum, a prodigy, so you know I got him off deep.
Yeah.
Rock wreck with mini crews, hardest the fleets. Best kept one to watch, I'm still out in these streets. Wanna hear my itch bump through your cars and jeeps. Only spit the hardest of speech, I'm harsh with the beats. Not Illuminati rap, but it's the mark of a beast. When they sleep, I plan plotting right not to be forgotten. And plan to be this way until I'm deceased and rotten.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank, I got one more
Yeah.
for you, Frank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One more.
Okay. Yeah. Check.
Home.
Brooklyn's here.
You know what I mean?
Real Late
Yeah.
Hot 97. My name's Peter Rosenberg. Let's go, New York.
First off, I'm Frank Nissa, the legend that you've heard of. Beating fools till they walk, look like the schmurder. I came from the struggle, my brain made with hustle. If we talk loosely, it's loosey brain waves that crush you. But soul's over your soul, understand who above you. My stilo hit skins mosquito, I know that it bug you. When you fly with the white, looking like the game W. Some move like women in the club, get close to W. When robbing to be a willy, fake haters wanna rub you. Aladdin with the genie, carpet munchers wanna tub you. Wet you below the waist, your screams they love to taste. It's an intangible satisfaction, yo, they lust your weight. They wanna snub your face. late, but that's what haters on. I just stand like an animal macking with gators on. In pure true fact, they love my boom bap. A nostalgic moment for the first hustlers who move crack. This is a special place in hell for me. Let's keep it 100. Now if it ain't the throne and little homie, I don't want it. Who the snizzer think he is, talking like he gotta say so? The one who make you do things just cause he say so. Pop 3 9s upside down to show you it's evil. So Hades with the bars, they pillage, rape, and read you. My warning shots is death, it's no talking of the sequel. When I'm killing whack rappers right in the preview. Yes!
Frank Knight. Sav Killz is here. This is a good time, man. Real hip hop in New York City.
These guys are
It was good, man.
Elements, UGA.
So Sav, what's your role? I mean, and obviously you met this kid,
Right.
and he started hyping for you, and now what would you like to see from a Frank Knight?
I want to see him in the mix with the Joey Badasses and the Kendrick Lamars. I want to see him in that mix, man. We want to push him to the forefront, and we want to see him with that school in that class of MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. It's got to be. What's your opinion on, like, you hear so many people complain these days, and I always say, and I'm interested to ask guys who are, because no matter what, now that I have the hot next to me, I'm a mainstream sellout to many people. So I want to ask some bona fide street people.
Doing this show, though.
I know I'm not, but for bona fide street rap fans and artists, I feel like there's more real good rappers at the top of the game right now in terms of Kendrick, Cole, many people.
It's dope.
It's kind of a good time if you're a real rapper.
It's a beautiful time. It's a
weird time.
I believe lyricism is technically evolved.
And there's other stuff going on at the same time, you know.
But there was many years when there was never that.
Yeah.
Hey, like, let's put it this way right now, right?
Yeah.
And I have my own thoughts and different opinions about someone like Drake, right?
Yeah.
But even if you compare Drake to other people who've been at the top of the game,
Right.
it's not, as a lot of people describe it, weirdo-ish. Drake raps. There are songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
He's
records.
talented. He has catchy hooks.
Catchy hooks.
And he can rap.
And then you have Kendrick and Cole and Childish Gambino and Joey Badass and Kirk Knight and Flatbush Zombies and all these people doing
Bronson,
really well.
too.
That's
Action
true.
Bronson.
Action,
You have Travis Scott who's made some nice songs. Like, there's a lot of different people making good music. If you looked in the early 2000s, mid 2000s particularly, when you first came on, the mainstream was full of garbage.
It was the same thing too. Like, it's so much different forms of hip hop that I feel right now. Like, that's what it was. Everybody was trying to chase the same type of hit, and now I feel like it's more free creative expression. That's why when you mention like Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, like, those are a lot of people, and like even Big Crit, like
Crit. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
so
like,
like. And that's just 4 different styles right there, and they all get their respect like the way they deserve. So like, I love what hip hop can do for you right now, and I feel it's more accepting.
And what I told him, what I had to tell him was the big argument that Ebro had up here with underground rappers in New York City. It's like, you do have to become a better songwriter. Yeah. You do have to become more musically inclined, because you can't just stay stuck, because coming up in New York City, we think first bars. You gotta know how to rap. And in that process, some of us never get a chance to tell our stories.
Yeah. Right.
And that's what's gonna connect with the people more. Your story. Who are you?
Who are you? What do you mean to people?
Yeah, what's in your average life that I can relate to? You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to give people your story. You can't just be rappity rap. You can rap a person head. I don't mean nothing. Yeah. I want to know what make me connect to you emotionally. What, you know what I mean?
Now, does someone like you, Sav, are you comfortable with the fact that you think your style is niche enough that it would be hard to ever have a commercially viable record, or do you think maybe that could still happen?
It can still happen, because it can happen more organically. And I've learned to be a better songwriter, off top, like just working on my craft over the years and just becoming better at songwriting. So, like, I'll play the album for you one day. We get up and you'll see the growth from my mixtape situation to my full-length album and my project. So it's definitely more diversity in the album. You know what I mean? From doing spoken word to doing those type of R&B-ish type of hip hop joints. You know what I mean? But you got to do it in an organic way. You don't want nothing to be forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just got to be, you got to keep an open mind, and it's just about the music. It's not about, it ain't about being rappity rap all day. You got to grow as an artist. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's all about growth and development.
I would say Sav definitely has some more radio-friendly records.
Yeah.
On the album.
Still determined.
He's got a record with Maya Husseino, got a Grammy with the Marleys singing, and another record produced by J. Wax Garfield, who's from the original Hitman.
Yep.
He did like Money, Power, Respect, and
A Lot.
Big Pun It So Hard.
That's a joint with
stuff
Dave
like
Al,
that.
right?
Yeah, they're joint with Dave Al. Yep.
Yeah.
And
so
it's a real diverse album that I got. Still determined. It's gonna be crazy.
So right now we're on Immovable Kings.
Yeah,
When is
right.
the album gonna come after this?
Well,
I'm thinking end of first quarter of next year. Give this to
February, March. We gonna marinate with
Right.
Immovable Kings first. You know what I mean? And let that hit the people. Let it grow on them, and then we gonna smack y'all with the album. You know what I'm saying?
drop more videos. It's all about visuals now.
Yeah.
So drop another 3-4 videos. We got another one in the stash already.
Word. I want to shout out to another MC who's been well overdue too. My man Creaturenomics. You know what I mean? He's done work with like MF Doom, Atmosphere. You know what I mean? He's been around for a minute putting in work. You know what I mean?
Rebelmatic.
Definitely check him out. Rebelmatic. He also has a rock group called Rebelmatic. You know what I mean? And he's been out here in them streets too for a minute. Shout out to Percy P and all the street grinders who came before us too. You know what I mean? And all
Percy
them
P,
cats,
you talking
know what
about
I mean?
street grinder, different
Word.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy to me
Word.
is in the Bay Area or in Houston, selling out the trunk is normal.
Yeah.
And people support it. And artists locally can sell 40,000, 50,000,
Yeah. Word.
100,000, 150,000.
Word.
Or even better than that,
Yeah.
I think, New Yorkers, we got to support our own. We got to support each other.
You're right. It's not as common
Right.
a
Yeah.
thing here that
Yeah.
out the trunk. Even
Yeah.
though everyone
Right.
knew Wu-Tang Protect Your Neck was originally
Yeah.
kind of one of those
Yeah.
things, but it's not as common as like we've had artists in. This week we have Paul Wall in here. We had
Yeah.
Right.
I saw Trey the Truth a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Shout out to Trey.
Yeah.
They really move units on their
Yeah.
own. And
But
so,
you know what though, Rosenberg? I think the people appreciate it. It's how you approach them. The people appreciate it, but I think the industry frowns upon it. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the big
because you're not
stigma.
playing by the rules.
Exactly.
You get a bigger cut.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But the people in the streets, they show love. Shout out to New York City, man, because the people out here do support. You know what I mean? So, it's just
I'd say a lot of underground heads like to have that hard copy though.
Word.
Like I could literally sell 200 CDs in a show if I just focus on that for the whole show and not network, just sell CDs.
Just
Even
sit
now.
at a table and make sure you're moving.
No. I mean, I have someone at the table, but it's good to have floaters approaching people. That's the best way.
just
As
like,
long as
hey.
you do it in a humble way.
Right.
Not-
Don't try to force headphones
No.
in my ear.
No, hell no.
exactly.
Never
Take
that.
my CD.
I mean,
No, I gotta ask you
flirt with
guys.
girls to get them to buy it.
No, I gotta
A lot.
ask you guys a real question though.
Ask.
This ain't gonna be popular. I don't want you to have any drama in the street because of this, but I want to keep it real. The difference between a street MC who moves music and cats who are out in Times Square and it's their living just to force headphones on your head and try to get you to buy this CD.
Well, look at the person's presentation. His professionalism will speak for itself.
Nah, that's real
A
talk.
cat might run up on you with a CD marker on the cover. I'm presenting you a fully packaged. You know what I mean? The deal. You know what I'm saying? So
like you can look at it
the
yourself and
artwork.
see if this is something that you
It's got a
can.
barcode.
It's got a even
Shrink
my
wrapped.
mixtapes, bangers and B-sides, like
Professional
you know what I mean? Look,
graphic designers.
I got songs with Jadakiss on it. I got songs with Capadonna. I got songs with MOP. I got songs with da-da-da. All these legendary artists. And then no, it's not no me
And on
pasting
respect.
songs on
Right.
on a verse on the song. It's me actually in
Well,
the lab with
does
cats.
it frustrate you though that there is? Yo, my wife has a funny
They
theory.
stink it up. They do.
They do stink
and
it up.
But
not
some
only
of them
that-
are talented though, like Timbo King from Wu-Tang
Yeah, shout out
does
to
that.
Timbo.
Okay, Timbo-
Like
Timbo
Dane
King-
One from Chicago, who works with Cool Keith. He does that a lot.
There's a few legit ones out there.
No,
You
no,
know
you
what I
can find ones
Yeah.
like
You
Timbo
talk about
King
the
who
super
exists.
aggressive
Yeah,
ones though, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, they're cats. Let me tell you right now.
I know.
If a cat
You
hits
can't even
me-
walk through Times Square,
No,
Rosenberg.
they hit me. No, they don't know who I am. I swear to God.
Really?
No,
Yo.
because they don't really know how to play the game.
They don't know
so
nothing.
they see me and they go,
You
"Yo,
have
my
billboards,
man."
man.
They think
They
you're a
go-
tourist. That's what it is.
They
Like,
go $10. I go, and I still do this because I'm fucking polite.
Let
I'll
me
be
sign
like-
it for you.
I'll go.
Yo.
Listen, I'm not gonna pay for it. I said, I pay for music, but I don't know your music, so I'm not gonna pay for it. I said, but I'm on the radio, and if you want to give it to me, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And you really gonna check it out?
I'll say I'm on Hot 97.
Yeah.
Whether I am or not, you would think at that point you're sitting on a stack of CDs.
And
Someone
you be
from
like,
Hot 97
yeah.
on. My man, please take
Yo,
it. No,
man.
they will go, yo, I don't care where you're on, my G.
Yo.
You better pay $10.
They're not real artists.
They not.
They're just hustlers.
They not.
That's what I,
It might not even
They
be
not
their
real
music.
artists, yeah.
My wife goes, it happened to me once in Boston.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm like, yo, it's your lucky day, bro. Guess what? You stopped the guy who's on Hot 97 in New York. I'm happy to take your CD. Nah, you still
They
gotta
don't
pay.
care.
My wife walked away. She was like, yo, I bet that CD's blank.
Oh,
No, she said, I bet it is. Because, like, it could be because they're just trying to literally
You just get bread.
hustle you into buying your CD.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
It has markers written on it. Like, yo,
My
Sad.
mixtape.
We had a
Yo.
graphic. Shout out to my man Skrilla. He did most of our covers. He was doing all the covers for Duck Down, for Joe Button, for Papoose. He's professional
But
graphic design.
occasionally there is a blank CD in that batch because the distribution people who we go to, you might get a blank one in there, but you don't mean to sell it to them. But
Right.
they're in
that's
that
a
batch.
But then they call me.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
my number's on all the CDs.
Yeah. Or they'll hit me on
and-
Twitter like, yo, you sold me a blank CD. I'm
And
like,
I
nah,
send them
ain't
a
even do that.
download
Here go the
link.
Bang.
Yeah, we'll
there
send
you
them
go.
like, yo.
And then they like feeling stupid. They like, oh, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, listen, I'll tell you the CDs that's happened to me. There's no phone number on. Anyways, guys, Immovable Kings, the
Yes.
EP's out right now. Sav
yes.
Killz, Ronin, Frank. We'll be looking for more from Frank Knight.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Free lunch out now by
Yes.
Frank, by the way.
Yeah,
Download
go
that.
get that free lunch. Go download
Actually,
that.
I got a CD for you, so
See?
yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
pay for it. You can give us it.
No, we got you.
Technically, you heard right now.